Hello. All right, everybody. We will go ahead and get started. It is that time already today. So welcome to Pilates Fusion. I'm Kate, I'll be your instructor. As always, if you have questions or comments or need one-on-one help, any of that kind of stuff, please let me know. I'm happy to talk anytime. So I will talk you through our 30 minutes here today. And we are going to have an emphasis on hips today. Last week we just did kind of overall strength. Definitely you're going to get abdominal work, but we're really going to be focusing on strengthening the hips today. So that being said, as usual, if you have any injuries, ailments, or restrictions, please be respectful of those things. I will talk you through it all, but if you're ever not sure and need to omit for a minute and then jump back in when you're ready, that's fine too. And that's about it. We'll go ahead and get started. So a lot of what you're going to be working on today is thinking about how you're using your body and how you're using your hips, not just sort of blindly falling through a movement. So we're going to initially start just with an isometric glute contraction here too. So you can go ahead and just have a seat for a moment. Your legs are going to go long in front of you. Let me tip this down just a little bit more so you can see. Okay. Legs are going to go long in front of you. And then your arms are going to go to the front. And then what you're simply going to do is engage your glute muscles. So you're going to squeeze your butt. And when you do that, you'll notice you rise up a little bit. You're going to hold 2, 3, 4, 5, and rest. Do that again. This time, try to get your knees to squeeze together and squeeze your seat. You're going to squeeze, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, and rest. Do that again 3 more times. Squeeze and hold, getting taller. 3, 4, 5, and rest. 2 more. Squeeze and hold. Stomach in. Really engage those glutes. Press those knees together and rest. And you're going to do 1 more time like that. Knees together, lifting pelvic floor, squeezing your butt, holding 2, 3, 4, 5, and then rest. From here, go ahead, bend your knees so that your feet are nice and flat. They're just hip joint distance apart. Your hands are going to go onto your knees. We're gently rounding through the back here. But again, you have to focus on how your legs are moving. So I want you to think of pushing your feet down into the floor. It's going to be really hard to do. You're going to get a lot of recruitment through the back of the leg. And then you're going to tuck your tail under, rounding down, and then still pushing those feet into the floor. You're going to start to come up nice and slow. Do that again. Push your heels down, squeeze your butt, and slowly start to round, looking deep into your stomach, and then start to come up to the top from there. Good. Do that 3 more times. Squeeze your butt, push your feet into the floor, and roll down. Slow, slow. And then push your feet into the floor to come up. And nice and tall. We're going to do 2 more. Push those feet down, squeeze your backside, roll down slow. Still pushing those feet down. It should be tough. And then come up little by little. Good, knees straight up to the ceiling. Don't let them fall out to the side. Push your feet down and squeeze your butt. Roll down again. Nice and slow. Remember, omit or modify as necessary, and then come up to the top from there. Good. We're going to move on into our 100-count breathing exercise. So that being said, I'd like you to take your knees together and your feet together all the way. As usual, omit or modify as necessary. Your arms are going to go just reaching long to the front. Now, you're going to keep stretching to the front as you pull your stomach back. Okay, so I'm not just kind of leaning my shoulders. I really need to make sure that I'm pulling with my stomach and my butt first. And I'm going to roll down just until my shoulder blades are skimming the floor. Okay, knees in a little bit farther. It's going to be a little bit harder for your stomach. You're also going to be able to push your feet harder into the floor. So knees together, feet are pushing down, start to pump. Inhaling for 5 and out. Squeeze your butt in and out. Squeeze your butt in. No floppy wrists, use your arms and out. Move from your shoulders in. Chin on your chest if possible. And 1 more time, in and out. And lower down gently from there. Just give your neck and shoulders just a little bit of a break. We're going to change it up a little bit, okay? From here, You're gonna take your feet away from you a bit more. Okay, and you're gonna extend one leg out. Okay, so you're squeezing your thighs together, you're squeezing your cheeks, you're pushing one foot into the floor. You're gonna curl up and stretch those arms and start to pump. And now as the lower you get that leg, the higher you'll curl up. Move from your shoulders, not from your wrists. Do it again, in and out. Now switch legs, and you're trying to get your heel just 2 inches off the floor. It's low so that you can curl up, get your stomach in and ribs down. 2 more, in and out. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your thighs together. 1 more, in and out. And rest all the way down from there. Good, stretch your legs, nice and long. Arms are gonna come up and back to the wall behind you for your roll-ups. You're gonna do a nice big stretch here. And still, those ribs are pulling down, down, down. Arms come to the ceiling first. Inhale, and put your chin on your chest. Then exhale, roll it straight up, straight up, straight up. Good, now stop about here so that you're behind your hips. So don't do this. Get behind those hips and stretch to the front and squeeze your butt. Lots of butt here. So if you're like this and your shoulders are over your knees, you're way too far forward. You gotta tuck those hips under, under, under. Okay, squeezing thighs, dig those heels into the floor and roll down, just bone by bone. Again, dig those heels into the floor and arms go up and back. We're gonna do 4 more like that. Arms up, inhale, chin on your chest, and then exhale, digging those heels into the floor, rounding, 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 and then roll down. Good, arms go up and back. You have 3 more like that. Arms, chin, exhaling, roll, stretching, 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 and then come back down. Squeezing your butt. 2 more. Arms, chin, exhaling up, stretching, stretching. Remember, if you need to make modifications or omissions because you're not supposed to do something, be respectful of your body. Rolling, rolling. Particularly with bone density, remember you're not flexing if you have decreased bone density. 1 more time. Exhale, roll up. Stretching, stretching. And then roll it down from there. Good. Arms laying by your sides. 1 leg is going to come in and up and hold on behind that leg as high up as you can reach. Okay, so hopefully the knee is not bent. If you have to bend your knee, I'd rather have you hold maybe more here. Okay, if you're comfortable curling up for a deeper stretch, you can. Okay. From there, set your head down, bend your resting leg, and let your working side fall open to the side. So get a nice big stretch in the inner thigh. And then today we're going to go into a figure 4 stretch. So you're going to bring 1 leg up and turned out, and then bring that knee into your chest. From there, you can use a little overpressure from your elbow to deepen that stretch. And just hold and breathe. Okay, very nice. We're going to do that whole thing on the other side now. The leg goes up. Hold on. Behind the leg as high up as you can reach. Really trying to get that leg pencil straight. If you're comfortable curling up, you can do that. Still sinking that belly deep into the floor. Okay. Then head and shoulders come down. Bend 1 knee and let that leg fall open to the side. Come back up to the top for a figure 4 stretch. Lift your bottom thigh into your chest. You can clasp hands if that's comfortable. And again, you can use your elbow for a little bit of overpressure if that feels nice. All right, so release that. You're gonna just straighten both legs out. From there, 1 leg comes straight to the ceiling. It's a straight leg lift. That knee is nice and straight. Your hips are square, your stomach is in, okay? And then I really want you to focus not only on this length, we've been working on this, keep that, don't lose it, but squeeze your butt on this bottom side, on this long leg on the floor. So don't just kind of rest it. Get that glute turned on, okay? And then arms are by your sides. You're gonna squeeze tight, squeezing your butt and your inner thighs. Lower down, around and up, that's 1. I'm not going wide to the side, so it's more of an oval than a circle. Do 3. 2 more, flex that bottom foot, active. 1 more time, and then reverse. This is 5, and 4, stomach and butt. 3, stomach and butt. 2, stomach and butt. Hopefully your cheeks are getting tired. 1 more time, and then you're gonna go straight leg lower down as you pull that stomach in even tighter, and then switch to the other direction. So now my bottom leg flexes, my top leg is gonna come up straight, okay, and I'm really trying to push the back of my resting leg on the floor. That back of the thigh is pushing down hard. Then you're gonna squeeze your butt, squeeze your thighs, cross, down, around, and up 1. And cross, down, around, and up 2. And again, 2 more, 1 more, and then reverse. Keep squeezing those cheeks. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Straight leg lowers down, down, down. Squeeze your butt to lower that leg and rest it down from there. Good. Okay, moving on. We're gonna go straight into the abdominal series today. So again, keep your glute emphasis. Okay, part of what happens here is, for example, when your knees come into your chest, we get into this bad habit of just kind of like letting one leg float out here and use the hip flexor to keep it up. Don't do that. Use your butt, okay? So again, you have to think about this. You have to think about, what does it feel like if I were to do a squat right now, right? You would squeeze your butt and push straight, right? And that's what you want to keep. So moving on, if you want to curl up, if that's good for your body, go ahead and do that now. You're gonna inhale, curl up, and then from here, don't worry too much about your arms today, just don't wiggle. Squeeze your butt to push one leg out. It's 2 inches off the floor and your stomach is in super tight. And then you switch. 2 inches off the floor, squeeze your butt. And switch. This is 2 and 2. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, and rest. Good. Okay, moving on into the double leg stretch. Today, we're just gonna keep the hands stacked behind the head. We're not gonna worry too much about that part, but you are gonna squeeze your butt and you're gonna push your feet out and then pull them back into your chest. Imagine how a frog swims, okay? So hands behind the head if you're curling up, and then lift, squeeze your butt, push out, pull in. Push out, squeeze your butt, pull in. Push out, squeeze your butt, pull in. Push out, squeeze your butt, pull in. Do 4 more. Push out, squeeze your butt. And 3, and 2, and 1 more. Push and pull and rest. Okay, moving on. Single straight leg stretch. You guessed it, same idea. You're squeezing your cheek to try and push that leg down to the floor. Okay, imagine if there was a giant spring that you set your heel on. Try to collapse the spring down to the floor. Lots of resistance there. Okay, so curl up. Once again, if that's comfortable for your body, legs go up. I'm gonna grab onto one ankle and lower my opposite leg. But again, I'm really squeezing my butt to make that work. When you do that, you're gonna get a stretch in front of your hip and you're gonna feel your stomach work deeper. And then scissor kick to switch. Same idea, squeeze that butt to lower. Try to find that opposition. Stretch this leg. Stretch that leg and squeeze your cheeks and switch. This is 2, squeeze it down. Switch and 2. Switch, 3, and 3, and 4. And you can see my arms really aren't moving anywhere. My leg is coming to my arms. 5, and 5, 6, and 6, 7. Hide your belly button under your ribs. 1 more on each side. 8, and 8, and bring it in and rest. Good. You can gently rock side to side. Massage your back however it feels good. Maybe 3 circles one way. 3 circles the other way. Okay, moving into a double leg lower. Hands are gonna stack behind the head again. Same visual of the springs. You're squeezing your butt to push down. Hands behind the head, take an inhale, chin on your chest, and from here, legs go up. Exhale to lower. Exhale, squeeze it down, inhale up. Exhale, squeeze it down, inhale up. Get those ribs down, exhale, squeeze it down and back up. This does not have to be big, but your stomach has to be in and your butt has to be working. Do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and last one like that. And bring it in and rest it down. Whew. Okay, for our next exercise, we're gonna flex the feet. So my toes are no longer down. I'm gonna bring my toes toward my shin. Okay, add a little extra emphasis in pushing through the heel. It's gonna be crisscross, so it looks like your typical bicycle exercise is very similar. Hands behind the head. From here, curl up once again, and then you're gonna twist to one side, push through your heel, dig it out. 1 and 1, 2 and 2, 3 and 3, 4 and 4, 5 and 5, 6 and 6, 7 and 7, 8 and 8, and then you take a rest from there. Excellent. 1 roll up to come up. This is the hardest one. We're also going to do it with the knees bent. So arms are going to come up and back to the wall behind you. You're going to bring your arms up to the ceiling. Inhale, put your chin on your chest. And then you're going to exhale, roll up. Oh, and use your hands if you need to. It's so much work. Good. And then stretch your legs out long to the front. Arms go long to the front. Okay? Really nice. Lifted abdominal, long flat back. Flex your feet. Inhale. From your exhale, chin down onto your chest. And you're just going to melt down, trying to put your forehead on the floor between your knees. And then you roll up bone by bone by bone. Do it again. Chin down, stomach in, roll it, roll it. And then come up. 3 more. Get those glutes in it. Remember, you're going to pop up. Stomach, chin. And then come up. Now, don't lose your glutes here. It's tempting to let that go at the bottom, but keep squeezing. Chin down, stomach in. You get a much better stretch in your back if you squeeze your butt. And then roll up. And we're going to do 1 more time like this. Squeeze your butt, chin down, and slowly start to roll it, roll it, roll it. Okay, hold it there. And come up. Adding on a little bit, I want you to just forward fold and see if you can grab onto your feet. Okay, so you can pull gently on your toes. You can get your whole foot coming back towards you. Relax and breathe for just a minute. Okay, since we want lots of range in our hips, we want to make sure they're nice and stretched out so that we can use more available space. We're going to come up, soles of the feet together, hinge forward. Give yourself a nice butterfly stretch. So you're just kind of pushing down on the outsides of the knees again. And then come up, take your legs wide to the side. Okay, and you're going to, once again, you guessed it, hinge forward to try and stretch out the inner thighs here. Now at this point, you're going to come up slow. Your feet are going to come slightly forward, okay? I want you to bend your knees and see if you can grab your toes. Okay, so find that position. Then you're going to press your legs out, keep lifting your toes up. And find that really deep stretch in through the back of the leg and the calf. Again, it should feel nice. And then we will come up from there. Okay, moving on. We're going to go right into our side work today. So you're going to lay down flat against, if you're on a mat, it's the back edge of your mat that you want to be on. You can see how far back my elbow is here too. It's not kind of hiding. We're really working to get openness and stretch through this side of the body. And I'm going to bring my feet forward slightly. So my toes are just kind of hanging off the edge of the mat. Now, if you're rolling around all over the place, not so good. I would recommend keeping one hand down on the mat so that you can isolate and actually do what you're trying to do, okay? If you're comfortable taking your hand behind the head, you can do that, but if it gets away from you, I recommend bringing the hand back down, okay? So, that being said, first thing that we're gonna do is square up those heels. So you probably saw what happened with my knees there. I have to reach out and lengthen. Pull that stomach in tight, tight. Lift your leg to hip joint level. Okay, it might look like it's a little high. I have that angle of the camera that's kind of working against me right now, that perspective. okay? But you're gonna brush to the front and then brush to the back. Now hold it there. Get your stomach in. This leg that's on the floor is probably trying to pop up on you a little bit. So you gotta really work to try and push that leg into the floor and stretch behind you with that lifted side. Brush to the front again. This is 7 and back and 6. Push into the floor. 5, push into the floor. 4, push into the floor. 3, 2, and 1. And then heels are gonna come together. Turn your top leg out to the ceiling. Now, again, important, don't rock back. I don't wanna see any wrinkle in the front of your hip. You're just gonna lift that leg up and then squeeze together to come down. So, leg goes up, and then you're gonna squeeze tight, tight, tight. If I tried to lift your bottom leg up, I wouldn't be able to because you're squeezing, it's not resting. 7 and down. I'm sorry if you can hear that. I have a toddler who's throwing a tantrum right now. And again, up